Welcome to this introduction to Procion P Painting through a screen. So the first thing you're going to need is a blank open screen and your Procion P dies. I've also got a piece of newsprint behind my screen so that I can more clearly see my design, and it also protects the print table as well. You can use paintbrushes or sponges or anything really to kind of apply your dye to the screen to get different textures and surfaces there. I've got plenty of clean containers to mix up lots of different colours for my colour palette, and I've also got a container of clean water so that I can clean my brushes and my tools as I'm going along. I'm using my hairdryer to dry my screen as I'm going along so that my hand doesn't smudge the work as I'm going. And keep in mind that anything you paint will print in reverse. So I'm now masking taping down my fabric to keep it in place. But if you're using a larger piece of fabric, then you might want to consider using a calico backing for this. If you did want to do this, then just talk to a technician and we'll be able to help out with that. Once you've got your fabric masking taped down, you just want to make sure that all of the dye on your screen is thoroughly dry before printing it. So I'm going to place my screen on the fabric, nice and centered on the fabric. I've got my squeegee, which is the perfect width for the screen, and it covers all of my design. The Procion P paste has got all of the fixatures required to fix the dye to the fabric. So I'm going to begin now just putting a small amount of the print paste along the top edge of the screen. You need to make sure that you've got enough to coat the entire screen. As you pull the binder through, you take one firm but slow pull through. You don't want to be doing multiple pulls or you'll start to smudge and make the dye bleed. After you've done your pull through, you can then remove your screen. Occasionally you can also get a second print from the same screen, but generally you only really get one print. Once the fabric is completely dry, then give it to a technician who will steam it for about 12 minutes, and that fixes the dye to the fabric. You then want to wash your fabric using Metapex. Metapex is a low foaming detergent, and you also want warm water. You can also do this at the sink area as well. Wash your fabric out really thoroughly. You don't want any Procion P paste left in the fabric when you're done, because it can affect the handle. You also want to make sure that any loose dye that hasn't fixed to your fabric is all thoroughly washed out. Again, this helps with bleeding of the dye. Once you've thoroughly washed it out, you can dry your fabric and your print and design is complete. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, just get in contact with one of the technicians in the textile print workshop.